Hey guys, it's me, Shamcal, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about where I went to, or where I went Saturday with the school band, both of them, and I'm going to be explaining what happened, who I was with, and all that good stuff. But I was with the band, which was like 80 kids, and it was two bands when, anyways. It was like 80 kids total from our school, and then there were like four. No, there were more than four. There was like 8 other schools with like 80 plus kids, and it was actually a decent amount. It wasn't packed, but the first ride I went on was called the Drain Brain, or the Brain Drain, and this as a side note, I don't go on like roller coasters. Like, I'm not the person that's like the king of roller coasters or something like that. I'm the kid that like sits there and does stuff that's not roller coasters. But that's what I do. And so I went on this ride called the Brain Drain. And what happens, or what you do, is you go up this a ton of flights of stairs, and you kind of just like you go up there, and there are 2 pods. One person goes in each pod. You get in the pod. There's a heartbeat sound effect playing, which makes you really nervous. Then then it says 3, 2, 1, launch. And then before you can think about it, 2 seconds pass, and before you can think about that, the floor beneath you goes out and you plummet to your death. After I got off that ride, I went on this ride called it wasn't really a ride, it was like a surf, like, thing, and I'm gonna explain the best way I can what it looked like. So you walk out onto this platform, and it's, like, kind of up a hill. You're at the top of the hill, and there's a little slope, and it, like, flattens out, and there's water coming out from the bottom of the slope. It's pushing up, and it's, like a bunch of water, and it's just really powerful. And they gave you a boogie board, and they say, hey, here's what you do. You put the boogie board to your chest, you hop down there, you have to try and stay on there as long as you can, and if you want, you can do some really cool tricks. So I was like, okay, that sounds fun. Like, I see people do it sometimes on these videos I'm watching, and it looks really cool, so I do it. I didn't enjoy it that much the first time I went on there, and what happened was I'm a big kid, so I I went on there and I jumped down, and the water didn't push me back up, and I just sank to the bottom and got off, and that was the end of it. I was disappointed. But anyways, right after that we went in the wave pool, which lasted for about 10 minutes. Then we got off and went to a blue and red slide. And this ride was fun. It was like, if you don't do rides, this would be a ride for you, because it was fun and it wasn't like hardcore or something like that. There were like, you had 2 options for like getting in a tube. They had 2 tubes like attached to each other, and then they had 3 tubes, and they were all in single file, and there were 4 of us in a group, so it was just 2 tubes, 2 sets of 2 tubes. And we got in there, and it was a lot of fun. It wasn't like, like I said, it wasn't crazy, but it wasn't slow either. It was like perfect. Right after that, we went on this ride called the Tornado, and I thought this was the best ride that I ever went on. I loved it a lot. I can't explain it that well, but what happens is there's like there's like a tube shaped in the form of a lowercase t, or like a cross, and you get in the tube. There's like 4 holes where someone can get in. You get in there, they put you down this hole, and you go down the hole for like 2 seconds. It's kind of medium to slow, I guess. You kind of just sit there, and then you go down this gigantic slope, and you're like, whoosh, and then you go into the tornado, and it's like you go down the drop that there is, and with all that momentum, you go up this like gigantic cone or something, and it goes up, and then gravity pulls you back down, and then momentum puts you back up, and it's back, and then after you do that for like 10 seconds, you go into the end of like the hole, and that's the end of the ride. Now it's a lot of fun. It's just, I don't know what it was. I had a lot of fun doing it. But also in the lazy river. Now the lazy river, I was kind of disappointed because what they had, you had to rent a tube. Like you couldn't just, they weren't like handing out tubes for free and then you could just float around. You had to buy a tube. It was like $3 an hour or something. I don't know. It was like something like that. I didn't want to spend any money, but I just kind of walked in there, like, waddled in there like the penguin I am, and the bottom of it was really rough because something sciencey. I don't know if they made it that way or something, but just it was like that. It was rough, and at the end of the day, my feet were just torn up. They still hurt, but I just stayed in the lazy river till like the rest of the day. But before we left, I went on the surf ride again because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it again because I'm pretty sure I screwed up somewhere, and I'm gonna have a lot more fun than I did last time. So I went on there and I got on the board and I fell and I ended up in the same position where I got to the bottom, but the water eventually, like a second after, pushed me like halfway between the slope and the, that part. And I was like, it was really cool because you just kind of sat there and the water was pushing you up, but it was also pushing you down at the same time for gravity or something like that. And I was looking at my brother the entire time. He's like, do a flip where you like turn your board around. That'd be really cool. I'm like, okay, Gabe, sure. And I was inexperienced. I don't know how to do that. And what happened was I fell off the board, and the water was pushing me up. But I kept trying to do a barrel roll back down the slope, and I was at the part where like the water is at its peak and it kind of flatlines at the top. And I was going one way and the water was going the other. And I was doing barrel rolls over and over and over and over, and it was like I did that for like 5 seconds, and I was like, whoa, 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 and eventually I stopped, and I felt like a complete retard because by the end, when I stopped doing barrel rolls, I was on my back at the top, not at the bottom, and my pants were like all the way at my feet, and it was really embarrassing because I didn't have any underwear on, but I had a really good time. Just like I felt really stupid when I did it, but I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun. But that was basically the end of the day. We got in a bus and we went home after that. And I had a really good day that day. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Apparently we did this video because we weren't active enough, and if we hadn't uploaded, we would have, like, our account would have been taken down, and I don't want that to happen because if it got taken down, it'd been like a big waste of time when I could have been doing something else. But thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, whatever. But let's see in the video. Have a good one.